It's all about bundling up now. Temperatures are in a free fall. We'll talk about a single-digit start to your Valentine's Day coming up.
This is the perfect program for this community.
Inspiring young adults and helping them find jobs. The invaluable ways one program is helping people in one of the most at-risk neighborhoods.
And a first for Indiana, the new program being used for the first time to address Indiana's high infant mortality rate.
This is RTV6 News at 5, working for you.
Now at 5, snow that hasn't melted yet won't be going anywhere tonight. Temperatures have been dropping throughout the day and will plunge overnight into the single digits.
Storm Team 6 Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory is here to tell us just how low they will go. Kevin.
And the temperatures have been in that free fall from just before noon. That's when we had our high temperature of 33 degrees. Temperature is down to 20 now. That only tells part of the story, though. The wind has been strong, gusts 20 to 30 miles per hour. So that's driving the wind chill temperature down. Three things play into the cold temperatures tonight. The snow on the ground. We had an inch and a half just above that in Indianapolis. That on the ground combined with some breaks in the cloud cover and the very dry air will set the stage for these temperatures to continue to plunge. 19 in Peru, 17 in Lafayette. Temperature is steady at least for the last hour in Indy at 20 degrees. We're duty bound to talk wind chill. There's your wind gusting still over 20 miles per hour, but these are the steady west northwest winds giving us a wind chill temperature, what it feels like, of 5 degrees. 3 in Lafayette. They'll be as cold as 10 below overnight in spots. These are the actual temperatures we'll wake up to. This would be the coldest temperature so far this winter. You have to go back to November to find a colder morning. I know it sounds bizarre to say that. Not in December or January, but it was last November the temperatures were in the single digits.
All new at 5, a surprising development in the murder of a prominent Indianapolis doctor. A man accused of shooting and killing Dr. Kevin Rogers in November 2017 is now saying he is withdrawing his guilty plea. 19-year-old Devin Seats was supposed to be sentenced today. He faced 50 years in prison. It's unclear what will happen next. There are legal questions surrounding whether he can backtrack on the plea he signed last month when he admitted to the murder of Dr. Rogers and the burglary of his Northwest Side home. The judge put off a decision on whether to accept the withdrawal until a hearing later this month. Also new tonight, an arrest in an October murder in Broad Ripple. Acting on a tip, police in Michigan arrested Curtis Baker on Tuesday in Edwardsburg, less than 10 miles north of the Indiana state line. He's charged in the October 3rd murder of Alfred Hayes. Hayes was shot and killed at Connor's Pub near 64th and Ferguson Streets in Broad Ripple. He worked there as a security manager. Baker will be brought back to Indiana.
Tonight, we know the identity of the victim killed last night at the same apartment complex where last week's quadruple murder took place on the northeast side. The Marion County coroner has identified the victim as 27-year-old Lorez Brown. The shooting took place just after 7 at the Carriage House East Apartments at 42nd Street in Mithofer. Detectives believe this incident stemmed from a disturbance and say it is not related to last week's murders of 4 young adults. If you have information about either of these crimes, call Crime Stoppers at 317-262-TIPS. And in that same neighborhood, an effort is underway to inspire young people and prepare them for the workforce. It is all part of a 2-week program at the Finish Line Boys and Girls Club. A group just completed the program today. RTV6's Megan St. Torm spoke with them about the impact it's had on their lives and how they hope it can help the neighborhood as a whole.
It usually starts with basketball. Young people around the ages of 16 to 24 often come here to play. But once here, some choose to trade open gym for the classroom. It's part of Employ Indy's 2-week Power Huddle program.
When I got into the program, I'm like, okay, I like this program.
Darian Cook just graduated from it today. He knew right from the beginning this program was different.
Okay, I can get something out of this. I can really make something out of my life with this program, and it can help me.
Power Huddle is all about shifting your mindset.
It is huge. It has really become what we see as the almost a secret ingredient.
I want to be able to make at least $180,000.
Each participant creates a vision board outlining their goals for the future. They learn skills to help set them up for success.
This experience allows those who say, yeah, I'm ready, to have some time, right, to adjust to the expectations that will be upon them to meet their goals and objectives. You know, things like getting up on time, you know, thinking through your day, being ready for work. I mean, just all of those soft skill developments.
But they also have tough conversations. Earlier this week, the class talked about the quadruple homicide in the neighborhood.
It's just not just a group program. It gets personal.
All while surrounded by mentors who want to see them succeed.
That makes me feel good because I really never had that. And I lost my mom at an early age. At 8 years old.
It also gives them hope. And so I'm excited because we're here speaking about these young people today with a sense of hope and aspiration, and not, you know, the grief and all of the other violence that come along with living in tough neighborhoods.
I'm going to school in May. I'm going back to school in May, Ivy Tech for HVAC. And then once I do that, I plan to put in a family business together. I'm feeling inspired, excited. I'm feeling a lot right now. And I'm glad to be here today.
Working for you, Megan Sanctorum, RTV6.
After graduating the Power Huddle program, participants are enrolled in the Yes Indy system. They will be connected with a case manager to help them with their next steps. And a solemn day for the families of two teenage Delphi girls reported missing on this day 3 years ago.
Their bodies were found the next day on Valentine's Day. The search for their killer continues tonight. The families of Abby Williams and Libby German expressed gratitude today for their community support. Their girls were on a walk along the old Monon High Bridge on February 13th, 2017, when a man approached them. Libby recorded on her cell phone the man considered to be the prime suspect in the case. Well, right now, for a second year, the families are hosting a Remembering Abby and Libby food drive in Delphi. We're giving you a live look outside Delphi United Methodist Church where the food drive is taking place. They're collecting canned food and pet food until 7 o'clock. The items will go to local pantries. And since the start of the investigation, police have received 40,000 tips. And at times, the police work is slowed down when people post pictures on social media of men who are not the suspect. These are the official images that police want you to focus on. If you recognize the person, you're asked to contact law enforcement. The tip line is 844-459-5786. The number's on your screen right now. Posting random pictures of men who may look like the suspect not only exposes you to possible legal issues, but muddies the water and removes the focus on the actual suspect. And only on RTV6, the old Monon High Bridge, which has been off limits for repairs following the girls' deaths, is expected to open to the public by the end of the year. In October, Indiana Landmarks oversaw a $90,000 project to strengthen the bridge with 162 tons of concrete. The next step will involve adding decking and fencing to a portion of the bridge so that people can actually walk safely on the structure. A grant from North Central Health Services totaling $248,000 is making that possible. Indiana Landmarks will need to raise an extra $12,000 to pay off the new safety features. Tonight, the IU Hoosiers are back in action at Assembly Hall, and they're in big need of a win.
The Hoosiers have lost 4 straight, including Saturday's game against Purdue. Tonight, Iowa comes calling. Sports Director Dave First joins us live tonight from Assembly Hall. Dave.
And the feeling here, guys, a little bit different than we had Saturday when Bob Knight made his long-awaited return after some 20 years of hiatus here at Assembly Hall. But nice and quiet right now. It's an 8 o'clock tip tonight. The Hoosiers, as you guys mentioned, have lost 4 in a row. So you add up their record right now. It's 15-8, 5-7 in the Big Ten. That is good for 12th place in the Big Ten. There's only 14 schools in the conference, so things need to pick up for the Hoosiers. Flashback to Saturday, their 4th loss in a row against Purdue, and it didn't take long before Archie Miller found the issues. I mean, it's constant themes really for the Hoosiers in this 4-game losing streak. The Hoosiers have committed way too many turnovers, 14 last Saturday against Purdue. They were out-rebounded by the Boilers. When this team has won, they've worked the ball inside to guys like Joey Brunk and company. Last Saturday, the former Southport star, just 8 points. And after practice yesterday, Archie getting a little deep when analyzing his team.
You got to stick together. You got to fight through these things. And at the end of the day, if everyone is going to, when things get hard, be a little bit more quiet, be a little bit more reserved, and take things for granted, so to speak, you're going to have a team that's not playing particularly well. And for us, when we've played well, we've had great buy-in. We've had unbelievable contributions from everybody on the team. And, we're not asking, to be real sophisticated. Play hard, rebound the ball, play great defense at times, have different guys step up and be unselfish. And at the end of the day, be committed to the next guy next to you.
And here's the real issue. IU needs some wins to improve their tournament resume. After tonight, they play 4 of the next 5 on the road. IU's record on the road this year, 1-5. So games like tonight, they really got to take care of business at home. And you go back to that upset of Ohio State back in January, they looked like at that point they would have a tournament bid wrapped up. Instead, that is not the case. They need a win tonight. In fact, confidence is a major, major theme with Archie Miller going into tonight's game. More from the IU head basketball coach coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. And a look ahead to the kickoff of NASCAR season at Daytona. Again, it's all new at 6. For now, Dave First reporting live from a very quiet Assembly Hall. It'll be louder, much louder tonight. We'll see you guys at 6.
We expect it to be loud tonight, Dave. Thank you for that. Still ahead at 5:30 on RTV6. It's meant to be a benefit to the community. A new development to host downtown concerts, but some are raising questions and concerns.
But first, she's still in school, but she's the one giving the teachers a lesson. The college student who is showing others how you can create action through service.
And the coldest temperatures in the Midwest pointing right at us now. It's 1 above in Minneapolis, St. Paul. 13 in Chicago, 20 in Indy for now. But there are big temperature swings down and then way up. I'll show you coming up.
Tonight, RTV6 travels to Fort Wayne in Allen County to show you the state's latest effort in curbing Indiana's high infant mortality rate. Call 6 Investigates has been covering this issue and holding top state officials accountable for months as Indiana ranks one of the worst states in the country for babies dying before their first birthdays. Allen County is the first of 20 counties to have an OB Navigator program established there to connect at-risk pregnant women with critical prenatal care services. The program finds and contacts women who are enrolled in Medicaid and connects them with providers and home visitation services like Healthier Moms and Babies.
Many of the moms that we serve are, maybe homeless, on the verge of homelessness. They could be in an unsafe and unhealthy relationship. They might have another child, but childcare is so expensive, rent is so expensive, and they're working a minimum wage job. Those are really factors that impact their pregnancy.
The executive director says they've already received a few referrals through the OB Navigator program. They also receive referrals from OB/GYN offices and crisis pregnancy centers. She says we need to do a better job of reaching women who are falling through the cracks.
A freshman at Purdue is providing a lesson for teachers, guiding them to promote service learning in their classrooms. This month's Jefferson Award for Multiplying Good winner from Fishers is creating action through service. This is Claire Schnefke's classroom. Claire is a freshman at Purdue. Her students are elementary school teachers.
Here today, we are doing a professional development day on service learning. So all these teachers will leave here today, hopefully with written plans of what they're going to do in their classroom and different service projects they'll have their students lead.
Claire hosts professional development days for teachers looking to implement new skills in their classrooms. It's all through Claire's organization, CATS, which stands for Creating Action Through Service. Claire created CATS from the lessons she learned as part of Students in Action at Fishers High School.
I was able to grow through leading different projects and such. So then I thought, what if I had started doing service projects when I was in first grade or kindergarten? And that's sort of where the idea for CATS came from.
With the help of other clubs and a professor at Purdue, plus one of her former high school teachers, Claire is able to reach local educators like Hershey Elementary School 4th and 5th grade teacher Stephanie Rambo.
The really enticing part is that they had a grant to pay for a sub, so it didn't cost my school anything for me to go.
Through this professional development day, Claire shows teachers different ways to get their students involved in community service by connecting them to other organizations, teachers, and classrooms.
I think a lot of times as a teacher and an adult, I bring the ideas to the table, and they've given some avenues through literature and different discussion topics that I can kind of pull out things that they're interested in.
It's a chance to create a powerful future for our community, to teach our kids a lesson about giving back.
I think that this next generation of students is a very powerful generation that can do a lot of good change in our world, and our world needs goodness right now.
Claire, for the work you're doing to empower the next generation of Hoosier students through CAS, we award you with the Jefferson Award for multiplying good. Congrats.
I think it's really important that kids from a young age realize that they can make an impact in the world and they can make a difference. So as they grow older, they realize that their actions have such a huge impact on other people's lives, and that it's really not that hard to fix a lot of these issues if they work together.
And you can learn more about CATS by going to our website at theindychannel.com. Claire also provides her teachers online tools to keep their classes informed. Nominate someone you know who is making a difference. Just go to our website, theindychannel.com, select the menu in the Life section, and click on Multiplying Good.
Always love celebrating those great stories and those efforts that we see.
And she's doing an incredible job, too.
Yeah. Kevin's here now with a look at how these temperatures are plummeting overnight.
24 hours ago, the snow was coming down, right? So visibility was down. And it was very slushy on the roadways. It created a pretty scene. This is probably one of the best looking snows we've had in a while, with those temperatures around the freezing mark, kind of sticking to everything and melting on the roadways. So the evidence not so much in your way as kind of making everything a little more beautiful. That is beautiful. Okay, snowfall amounts across central Indiana. Kokomo, 4 inches of snow, just a little more up in Howard County. Muncie, 4 inches. Lafayette, Lebanon, over 3 inches. And as you can see, Brownsburg just over 2. And I mentioned officially Indianapolis with 1.6 inches of snow. Any additional snow will come from Lake Michigan for the northeastern portion of the state. Maybe Peru, Kokomo, you catch some of those flurries. It is a west-northwest wind, and that will primarily keep that centered over northeast Indiana as far as the flurries. But whenever we get cold Arctic air like this, it just wants to squeeze whatever moisture is available in the atmosphere out. That could generate additional flurries as we go through the evening. 17, that's our current temperature in Lafayette and Tipton. Those are the cool spots. False confidence for all of you to the south and east as cooler temperatures are on the way. You're at 25 now, but you too will be in the single digits in the morning. Mark and Amanda, I was trying to figure this out. If Daisy was #1 daydreaming, or she's part of the Polar Bear Club. And jumping in. Obviously, it was a much warmer time, and we'll get back to that. That's a daydream there for all of us to get back to warmer temperatures. We'll be in the teens this evening. You have to bundle in layers. Margie's sending in the picture. You can send in a picture of your pet too, and I'll take them for a walk. Kevin.Gregory@WRTV.com. Would love to do it. 6 degrees as we go into tomorrow morning. 4 in Lafayette. Temperatures in Illinois pushing the 0 to about 4 above range. The biggest change tomorrow, sunshine is back. How about that? Sunshine, but with very cold temperatures. Valentine's Day, temperatures will stay in the teens through the day. It won't be as windy. That will help out somewhat. If you have dinner plans tomorrow evening, skies are clear, temperatures still in the teens. Then I think after midnight tomorrow night and into Saturday morning, our temperatures will slowly start to rise. Temperatures hit rock bottom probably by midnight tomorrow night into the early morning hours on Saturday, because you see we back up to about 18. As you look at the weekend forecast, 39 Saturday, mixture of clouds and sunshine. If we see any snow showers, they'd be closer to the state line with Michigan. We'll also have windy conditions, but starting a warmer wind out of the south. 43, your Sunday high temperature with more cloud cover. There's the progression of your hourly forecast through the day on Saturday. Again, working our way into the upper 30s. That's a nice recovery from single digits tomorrow morning. Look at how warm the low temperature will be by Tuesday morning. 42 degrees. Warmest afternoon tomorrow, almost 50. And we could put Monday and Tuesday in the almost 50 category. Warm enough that we'll have rain showers around. I have about 6 seconds left. Anything you guys want to ask me?
It got cold quick, I'll say, today.
And I agree.
Yeah.
All right, I'm out of time.
All right, that's it. Next, the surprise of a lifetime for kids in one elementary school, and it's opening a door for dozens of students thanks to a superstar basketball icon who did his part to give back.
Keller and Keller.
Paying for college education is no easy task.
But for kids who go to LeBron James's I Promise school in Ohio, the next step on their educational journey is now a slam dunk. The NBA star started the public school in his hometown of Akron a few years ago. Yesterday, his first class, who are now juniors, got the surprise of a lifetime. During an assembly, 193 students were told to retrieve an envelope from under their chairs. Inside was a card from Kent State University that read, "Kent State guarantees your tuition free for 4 years." Look at that. They'll also get their room and meals taken care of for the first year. Some of the students' parents who were watching from a separate room burst into tears. To stay eligible, the students must remain in good academic standing and perform volunteer work locally. So amazing. Great to see you.
Very cool.
All new at 6 p.m. here on RTV6, a Call 6 hidden camera investigation. And it's a story you have to see before you buy another car. The difficulties in uncovering the truth of a vehicle's history.
But first on the Now, Indy is shaking up the food offerings in central Indiana. The restaurant making plans for a second location. You're watching RTV6.